Let's do this. The sun has set in Stockholm, however, things are going to be heating up here in the studio. It's grand finals time for the Mad Skills Motocross 2 World Championship. It's my great pleasure to be your host. I'm Alex Machine Richardson, and joining us on the couch to go ahead and understand exactly how this grand final is going to play out, as we do have 3 riders left battling for the lion's share of $20,000. First to introduce is none other than Joe Mama So Fast, one of the lead level designers and one of the masterminds behind these cruel runs. Hey man, you have got some players. I think you may even got a tier or two after some of the runs you've created.
Yeah, that last one was pretty bad, but this next one will be fun. Yeah.
What's it called? Give us a name.
Whoops, I Did It Again, and it's the sequel to a track that we released recently called Whoops. So this is the sequel to Whoops.
I Did It Again.
Yeah.
Next to be introduced, none other than
reference, of
Zach. Zach, actually one of the victims of these brutal runs that Joe has been pumping out. Great to have you on the couch. I mean, these names, if you had to, if you weren't including yourself, were these the three names you'd have anticipated in the top 3 or not?
I imagined Bragstad and Master to be up. I didn't know about DJauzzi, but he made it, and he surprised us. So good job to him.
DJauzzi has been a bit of a surprise, a bit of a wild card entry in this tournament, right? I mean, we got to see that battle versus none other than Zach here on the sofa, Matt, and it was... I mean, if anyone missed it, how would you explain that to people that missed it?
I think wildcard is the exact word, not just for the fact that DJ's there, but for that map. I think, Zach, you were super consistent throughout the course of the 2 days.
Incredible.
We had you pegged as one of the favorites coming in today. Yesterday, you were in the top 3 of the 6 tracks 4 times. And the last one was like Nolan, as you say, the map creator, and you, because you're responsible for putting it in the pool.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's ruthless, and the fact that it was that much of a difference when you guys were struggling to find lines, and there was very different ways you guys accomplished your speed was insane. And it easily could have been you in that chair, but I think that's how we describe it. It was a wild card.
Well, we have old faces. Well, we'll have faces both old and new sitting at that. Well, I was going to normally and previously has been called the elimination desk. Now it's going to be called the grand final desk because that's where they are sitting. And of course, we talk about the old faces. Master52, a name that is basically synonymous with success here in the game that is Mad Skills, not Master Skills. And we are going to be seeing, of course, a little bit of an advice video. This is, of course, for any of you guys that are watching at home, sitting there thinking, I want to be there. I want to be in the studio in Stockholm. Matt, who was actually...
I'm watching this.
Mate, you had the creator of the game saying, how long have you been playing? So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was actually like, oh, when I said 3 days, like, oh, okay, as long as it wasn't 3 weeks.
Okay.
Like, I think it was the opposite,
Oh,
Alex.
maybe. I took it positively. Glass is always half full.
Maybe.
All right, well, this is some tips and tricks from the man himself. Master, in the grand final, has got some things for you at home.
I'm James Lambert, also known as Master52, and I want to show you guys some tips. So on this track, it was one of the ones that I just did in the World Championship. You know, a couple things I want to show you guys is just how to get an easy wheelie going. The thing about this game is you don't really do a lot of leaning. You kind of let the bike come up itself, and then you kind of just let it do what it's going to do. So it's actually easier than you think. Just let the bike come up and just keep it on a good balance point. Another tip is to, it's all about when you get that scrub you get your front wheel over the top of the jump, and it sends you like this, and it gives you a lot of momentum going forward. I can show you that on this first jump right here. I don't know if we'll be able to get as good as I did in the championship, but so you start out with a wheelie, kind of just balance it, and just do that, get the front wheel over. And then you can see how far it shoots you forward. It saves a lot of time when you get it right. Definitely takes some practice to learn. Like, I can't even hit it every time, but it's very rewarding and cuts off a lot of time when you do get it. So you can see how I'm just pulling up the wheelie and not really leaning too much with it. I'm just tapping it, and it's staying there. So that's kind of the 2 big things on the game, is the scrub and also wheeling. Once you get those mastered, you'll improve your times by multiple seconds. It is tough though, it does take some practice, that's for sure. So yeah, that's about it. If you can master that wheelie, just get it to the balance point and then just tap the front, lean forward, lean back, it'll kind of stay there for you. And then the scrub, if you can really get that down, get your front wheel over the jumps, that'll increase your times by a lot.
That was Master 52 as well, just shedding some light on those beginners' tips and tricks. And I mean, they're by no means easy. Joe, I mean, he was just showing us the mastering that wheelie. He made it look easy. I still can't get my head around that one. And outside of that, the scrubs. Are those the two that you'd probably advise most people to get your head around first?
Yeah, I think the wheelie and the scrub, once you can nail those down, your times will start improving.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we do have a great opportunity to go ahead and have actually hear from the grand finalists themselves. Word on the street is that Matt has, well, as you can see, he's disappeared off the couch and actually is going to be hanging out at that grand final desk. We need a better name for it, though, Matt. What can we call it?
I'm not that clever. I think these guys might coin it with something. Maybe we'll call it the scrub section after this one. We'll come up with something, guys. Been a pretty impressive 2 days, I think. I've definitely had eye-opening moments in this game. A lot of skill. I'm going to talk to Braggs first, though. Bragstad, you came into this. I think definitely people knew you had skill, but you've dominated throughout the course of the first 2 days. Find yourself in this grand final. I don't think it's to anyone's surprise. Yesterday, untouchable. Today, fast times. Saw that last map. What do you expect from this one?
I don't know what to expect after watching these guys hit those lines at the last track. They did.
How about your general experience overall throughout the course of the 2 days being in Stockholm?
Oh, it's been fun, for sure.
I think you're the closest. You live in Norway.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an advantage. The climate's on your side.
Yeah.
You're used to these dark hours. Alex started this segment off by saying the sun is set in Stockholm. It actually set this morning up here, to be fair. So, yeah. Is it darker earlier in Norway?
No, it's about the same, I think.
About the same?
Yeah.
Norway's great. I need to go there. It's on my list. Well, good luck to you. Thoughts on what you expect from these guys?
I expect them to be fast.
Yeah? Which one of these two do you think you're more worried about?
I'm worried about both.
All right.
Actually.
Respect for both.
Yeah.
Well, look, you've definitely put a name for yourself in this. One of the TCR guys. We got two of you guys at this table. You've had a chance to sit down with some of our video crews, go over a bit of a background on you and your history in the game. We're going to take a look at that real quick.
My name is Bragstad from Norway. I'm 19 years old, and I've been playing Mad Skills for almost 3 years. A friend of mine said that Mad Skills Motocross 2 it was good, and I just downloaded it and tried it. And at the beginning, I just wanted to be on the top of the leaderboards for Norway, and then I realized I could be in the top hundreds in the world, and went on from there. I qualified through regular jams at the weekly jams in the game, and qualified second behind Sadokist 743 Zach. You got some really fast guys there, like Master and all those other guys, super fast. It's crazy. My time in Sweden has been good. I'm hoping for top 5. And of course I'm going for top 3, but yeah.
Going for top 5, of course aiming for top 3. Well, you're in the top 3. I think there was a good picture of you putting down the phone and walking away. That seemed to happen a lot early when you put out some really fast times. You've been one of the guys finding the lines. But one of the guys you also mentioned in that video, there is some fast guys here. Master, you've come on throughout the course of the tournament. I think the word underwhelming was tossed around over there today. I think disaster 52 throughout the first couple tracks today. But if you're going to peak in a tournament, we're getting into these technical tracks, and here you are.
Right. Definitely. When I first came here, I think I just wanted to not get last. You know, I was so nervous. I haven't even eaten all day, you know, because I'm so nervous. But, yeah, the past 2 days, I haven't been doing, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing is, you know, winning. People think I'm supposed to win. So I think the nervousness got to me, but I just told myself, just don't get last each round, and I'll end up in the finale, and here I am. So pretty excited I made it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Don't put that much pressure on yourself. All you have to do is survive that main table.
Yep.
Now you're over here at the scrub section, as we're going to call it, I guess. And, I mean, what's your general experience? You've been playing this game for a while. You've had a name known from the first iteration of the game. Through this one, you're one of the most winning riders, and now you're in a final of the first World Championship. What's the experience been like?
It's been pretty good, yeah. I've played for, you know, almost 7 years, took a little break in between, and then it's just crazy that I made it this far in this game. Yeah, you mentioned my name, you know, has been the same since the beginning. People have told me to change it, but, you know, you can't change the original name, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just legendary.
Yeah. Once it becomes known, that's it. You've made a name for yourself. Well, you certainly have this weekend again. We're going to take another little video. Look at you. We just had all your master skills and tips, of which I have to say you missed some of those scrubs that you were trying to point out. The ghost was good, though. The ghost was good. But we'll take a look at your feature.
I'm Master52, and I've been playing since middle of 2010. People call me a legend. My name is James Lambert, and I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Well, when that Mad Skills 1 started doing their worldwide tournament, you know, I started playing it, and I didn't even realize I was even good until I started playing worldwide, and I started winning all the tournaments on the first game, and then I did really good. I think I won almost all of them up until the 52nd week of the Mad Skills 2. So, I mean, I've had a lot of wins, and, you know, I guess that's why people think I'm pretty good. I played a lot through college. You know, I had a lot of time, and then I graduated and had to take some time off just to focus on a new career. And, you know, I came back because someone texted me and said, hey, split your winnings with me. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, Mad Skills pays money now. And I said, I went and checked it out, and yeah, you know, you pay to play, but you can also win a lot, so it's pretty nice. Since the very beginning of March, I think I'm up almost $19,000. It took some time, so I played it almost every day, you know, trying to win the races. For the qualifier for the World Championship, I put in about 3 hours a day, you know, staying up at night and losing sleep over it, but it was all worth it, you know, making sure you got that top spot. The thing I like about Sweden and the World Championship being out here is that I never thought the game would bring me out here. It's opened up a lot of opportunities, and I just love coming out here to see everything. It's a beautiful place, and you know, Mad Skills has really opened a lot of doors. And I'm been kind of mid-pack, you know, these last couple of days, and kind of underperforming my expectations, but I'm gonna try to step it up and see if I can get at least top 3.
Another one that says at least top 3 and sits here now. And Master, of course, recently engaged as well. Congratulations on that. But should be a nice gift to you know, marriage is expensive, so to win this and take it to the next level. Yeah. Just save it all for that. Well, the third guy in this table, perhaps, as we said over there at the start of this off, most unlikely. DJauzzi came into this. To be fair, you had your moments in some of the early tracks. You started off slow. I think you were just barely made it through the first one without going to the elimination desk. And then the second track, I think you were in the top 3, and then you were up and down throughout, but you've peaked at the right time as well. Last track was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy. I never expected to be here. And, like, I don't know, the beginning, I was mid-pack throughout the whole thing. I was just, like Master said, trying not to get last, trying not to get out, and, yeah, I'm in top 3.
How about pressure for you now that you're sitting here with these two guys? Perhaps, as I think it was, I can't remember if it was D-Coop that said, or if it was 6'7" that said, you know, this guy came out of nowhere recently, and now here you are in a final.
I don't know. I'm just trying to have fun. We're in the top 3. I never expect to get here, so I'm just trying to have a good time, and trying to get first, obviously. But we'll see what happens.
Less pressure, perhaps, being the underdog.
Yeah.
It's gonna mess with their minds the whole time.
Yeah.
Let them sink their teeth into each other and then strike while the iron's hot.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see if it works or not. We'll take a quick peek at your video, and then when we come back, we're gonna do something a little bit different. So stick with us, because we got to change it up a little bit for the final. But here's a look at DJauzzi.
My name is Austin Lowen, and my in-game name is DJauzzi. I've been playing for a while. I played when number 1 came out, but I didn't start playing, like really playing, until the cash came out, because I knew you could make money from a game. So I started playing a lot then. I think it was around week 100. And I'm really excited for the grand final. It should be a really tough race. It'll be close, and hope to come out up front. Well, I hope I'm going to win it. Master52 and Bragstad were looking really good. Bragstad, he won almost all the races at the beginning, so we'll see. It'll be close. Thanks, everybody, for supporting me. Everybody that's watching the stream, keep watching. Should be a good final. Stay tuned.
There you go. I think watching the stream and being a good time is definitely going to happen. Now, last track was super technical, guys. We saw you specifically and Zach in your head-to-head struggle to find the line. It was probably the most technical track we've seen. I don't know if this one's maybe as misconceiving in terms of finding the line, but it's definitely technical. But we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to take a look at it together as a group, so you guys have some idea of what to expect. Still going to have to find your line. It's going to be Joe's replay, so we know that's not perfect, but we'll get an idea of what we think going into this. So it's called Whoops, I Did It Again, and that was my favorite song in middle school. So I'll get you guys impressions. I'm going to put the mic straight up to you first, DJauzzi, but tons of whoops. I think that goes without saying.
It looks crazy already.
I think there's a decent table there. Enough little small gaps to throw off the rhythm.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like the more technical tracks, so hopefully I can excel at this one.
I think that's fair to say, Master, because you definitely excelled when it was the last track you played, which was 2 rounds ago. Obviously, you got to sit out. You went straight through to the grand final. But that was when you peaked. You actually topped that one. That was probably, I'd say, our second hardest track that we had throughout the course of the weekend so far. Or I shouldn't say weekend. I suppose we're midweek. But the 2 days. What do you think, Brags? You already figured out. You're usually good at figuring out lines on your own. Is this going to help you?
Yeah, it is. Trying to figure it out now.
Memorization already kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Joe's going to win. Joe's been waiting this whole 2 days to have one track. He calls this the salmon. What did you call this? Salmon ladder. We called it the stairway to heaven, but it might actually just be straight to hell for some of you on this lap time, I think. But there's where it ends. So it is only one lap, but it's a wild ride at the end. First thoughts from you, Master?
Oh, just like the sequel to it before this one. I mean, it's just going to be so tough to have a clean run the whole time. All those whoops and the bouncing around, it's going to be so tough.
Do you think there's actually a line, Brags, up those last ones? You going to skip up them like nothing?
I don't think so.
No? Going to be a little tougher?
It will.
Not giving away any secrets.
No, I'm trying to, I'm just leaving this here, waiting for it to come out. Like, I'm just going to, front flip up that. It's going to climb me. I'm going to spiral up that whole thing.
It looks too big. It's the gap between those.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're steep.
Yeah.
They got a reverse gear, just go backwards up it, keep the weight forward, and see how it goes. I'll get final thoughts from you, DJauzzi. It is tough, but you just went through the toughest track. Is that an advantage, maybe?
I think it is, yeah, because I just went through so many whoops and weird jumps like that. I think I'll do okay.
All right. Alex, I'm going to send it back over. I'm going to come join you guys in a moment. I'm going to wish these guys the best of luck first, but we're about to start a grand final.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Matt. It is going to be grand as well. It's going to be awesome. Matt's going to make his way back here, but I like that we gave them just a little preview, just a little bit of a taste of what they have to look forward to, and it's only moments away from getting this grand final underway. It doesn't change, though. 60 minutes, and I think before we get in, the first question has to be to ZSE. Predictions. 3 names at that table. Who takes the 7 grand? Yes.
Put me on the spot.
That's
don't
right.
you?
You're in the hot seat on the
All
couch.
right. My predictions.
Thought process as well.
First, Bragstad.
Whoa.
Second, Master. Third, Austin.
Giving Austin the kick, despite doing damage to you in that second round. Maybe he's holding a grudge. But I mean,
Maybe a little.
I'm going to look into the crystal ball,
Oh, yeah,
Alex.
get into crystal ball, Matt. What have you got
I've been
for
waiting
me?
to use this. Here's the thing.
Okay.
TCR dominated for 2 days.
Yeah.
Looking sharp. They had top 4 at one point. They had top 3s, usually at least 2 in the top 3 every time. Peaked too soon. Master's on a technical track. I'm going with him for the win.
Giving Master the win. Now, Joe, we saw your run. You're actually pretty spicy on that track.
Yeah,
You were proud of that one.
I kind of like that run. We'll see how long it takes someone to beat that.
Yeah. I think you're going to be sitting there cheering on the failures at this point in time. You're like, come on, I can do this.
So
I'm going to take home the 7.
My prediction is me first,
Yep.
and the rest doesn't matter.
Perfect. Well, on that delightful bombshell, of course, Joe Mama so fast thinks he's got it in the bag, but the top 3 are about to do battle. Are you ready? Phones in hand? Let's do it, says Master, and let's do it, says Machine. Let's do this. This is the grand finals of the World Championships in Stockholm for Mad Skills Motocross 2, and the time starts now.
Zach, you had a chance to watch that preview as well.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts after going through the last track as Austin did?
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
I checked out the track a little bit. Track looks hard, but the line you can see could be a lot easier to do.
You think you've got a bit of a line figured out?
You didn't know what the exact line could have been, but this one got a good idea of what it can be.
Of course, we don't want to be giving them any extra help, as DJauzzi is going to be trying to work out this start.
I think that one of the keys to this, with all the amount of climbing and the amount of torque these bikes have, is weight control on the climbs.
Yes,
Big
for sure.
time. There's definitely some technical disciplines. You, Joe, you did build this track, not Nolan, not Ryan.
All me, 100%.
That's why you were fast on it.
I've also put a ton of runs on this one, but I honestly think, as hard as this track is, it's a lot of fun once you find the rhythm. There is a rhythm hidden in all these whoops, and it can be a lot of fun.
Is there a line up that back section?
Oh, yeah.
Salmon ladder?
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Ooh. Showboating.
Well, I think what we're going to see, if I have to make less a prediction on winner and more just on the course of the events, I think this is going to be similar to the last track, where they're putting in times early just to get them in,
Oh, yeah.
just to
Yeah,
see it.
for
So
sure.
they have a ghost.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you get 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes to just get your head around this, and that is... It's going to be intriguing to see who does put a time in first.
It looks like Joe Mama So Fast has put a time in first.
We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it.
Well, the players seemed rather impressed by your trial.
That's looking good right there.
That looked like a line.
Made it.
DJauzzi is going to land on the whoops, though.
But that's the thing. We're still seeing little marginal errors, but how much closer is he every time, right? He's
Yeah.
getting it closer and closer and refining it.
Too far. Bonk.
Bonk, bonk. Yeah.
Keep in mind, we'll show you all three guys throughout the course of the final. We're going to focus early on DJ and Bragstad. We'll bring Master in late to see if he has mastered it.
Okay. 2 perspectives at a time.
Of course, we'll have the replays for all three.
Yeah.
I like that we showed them the line, so we don't have to be as secretive now when we
That's true.
talk about this.
Yeah. But as you know, as a map maker, and we've learned throughout the course of this 2 days, that's lovely.
Nice save, Austin.
Style
Alvin.
it.
Nice save.
How
At
did that even happen?
He said he was just going to have fun with this. Well, I think that shows. But
That was
as we know,
great.
Joe, there could always be another line.
Oh, absolutely. They'll find something that I didn't know about.
DJauzzi. You madman.
Here we go. He's found a rhythm.
There is. He's thinking about it.
Wow. It's basically 6
comes
steps
time
up.
number 1.
And there's our second time in, actually.
Nope, we got all 3 now.
Oh, we do. Bit of discrepancies, but we'll give them a quick. You're still 110.
I'm still 8 seconds faster.
Exactly.
This is our head-to-head as it currently stands. I'm assuming it's going to be very chaotic at this point in time. Master in red, we have Bragstad rocking the purple, and DJauzzi, the festive greenman. Straight on the... Oh, wow. Bragstad's already managed to breeze past that. Must have encountered a problem a little later on down the track.
He's good at finding those early lines. Well, there's his problem.
There's
I
the
think he
problem,
probably
right.
landed within those with the amount of error that he had.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone's got problems right now.
Oh, yeah. I think it's really funny when you can kind of, you look at these and then you come back to the 40 minutes past and you look at the difference and just how much has been solved in such a short period of time. In a game where you're typically, whoa, wow, Bragstad just rocks the rollers.
Where's the style section?
Bonk.
I think it's right here.
Interesting
60
line
minutes.
choice there by
Boink.
Bragstad.
7,000 for first.
That's Santa hat, I swear.
that's
Just
amazing.
skims right through the dirt.
Drags the bobble through the dirt. All 3 of them have got good grasp of this. 3 of the world's best.
Oh, we're looking at a replay, and I'm hearing them over there saying, "Oop, there it is." So they're finding it.
Will that be the 3rd version of this?
Whoops, there it is.
Whoop, there
It is. Yeah, yeah. We'll just keep going with song titles. What other ones could you get in there for that? Jeez. I feel like that's as much fun as making the level sometimes, as naming it.
them.
3 different nations as well in this final, which is interesting because at the start of it, we had, what, 9 Americans or
It's
9
true.
North Americans, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 North Americans, 1 Canadian now, 1 Norwegian, and Mr. US himself representing Mr. Master52.
Yeah.
Said he wanted to change his name. I don't see why not. Why? Master52 rolls off the tongue. The 52nd Master. The 51 that...
52 weeks in a year, he just dominates. It's like saying 365, like Master 360, but now 52. Just puts in all the
52
weeks.
weeks in a year.
Yeah. Doesn't need to do every hour. Doesn't need to do every day. Just needs to win every jam once a week.
And just like DJauzzi, that's DJ for Do Jams. And we're gonna be seeing
I'd say
Bragstad.
watching DJauzzi do some of those flips, I'd say it's DJ Kamikaze so far
DJ
in this final.
Kamikaze. I like it. But now, I mean, we get to see Bragstad versus his Ghost at this point in time. It is going to be intriguing to see if that start can be replicated time after time. Looks okay.
Good drop. Scrub that.
Scrubs it.
Ooh, a little too
flips
much
it.
scrub.
I think, is it too much scrub or is it too deep onto the table?
That's
No,
what
you can
want.
get there.
You can't get it from scrub?
I don't know if we're talking
Just
about the same
drops
thing. You
into
mean
it.
right here?
Yeah, so there, that time he
And
goes
then
in
land
earlier.
right there, and then
Yeah.
pop up to here. Yep, that's
yeah,
right.
he's got it.
That's
That
good.
Bragstad's got the line.
It's beautiful.
They're figuring
This
it
is, the,
out.
this is the tricky part. If you can nail this.
But it looks... Oh, far off. Not far off at all. course, Bragstad has brought family with him to come and watch this and experience this. No doubt there is going to be some nails being bitten in the other room.
And Zach, you seen anything that you'd change? Any alternate lines so far?
No, it seems like they're doing the lines. They just have to execute it.
Right. And I bet that can be quite agonizing when you know the line and just can't quite get it right.
Yeah.
That must be a real source of frustration.
It's really annoying.
Yeah. You know what needs to be done.
Yeah, he's definitely got that down now. Not so much that part.
That drop.
That part's really hard to time.
I like the dip of the nose here, though. That's nice.
Joe, you still leading?
I think so.
Oh, you are. It's getting closer, though.
It is getting closer.
Much closer. Everyone's putting in a faster time.
110.1.
Oh, that works.
There you go.
That'll work.
Up on the incline now.
This is where he's got to build the speed over that
Okay.
third
Over it,
one.
though, that doesn't mean he's going to eat it. But with such a lead on his Ghost,
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's the only one not to put in an updated time, and he's been working out the line at the start, so.
this works, though. I mean, he's gaining ground constantly, despite a good pile of errors.
Look how far he is ahead of his Ghost.
What the hell?
Yeah, like 100 and
Almost 200
yeah,
meters.
almost 200 meters.
Just
Can be-
destroy.
Oh,
Those
he's
are
just made it on
ruthless,
that.
and that'll slow it. You might as well finish it. Still got to.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. we're
Yeah,
not gonna-
his time will definitely be improved. By how much? Don't know.
yeah, I mean, what was that? 100 meters probably went across the line.
It may have come down. I don't know what his last Ghost finished as. I think he struggled up it last time, too, so yeah, probably did.
Okay.
We've actually got an update on that, which is on stream. Yeah, here we go. There's the refresh. So
Oh, wow.
It was quicker.
there you go.
This is the head-to-head.
You might as well put a head-to-head with you, Joe.
I know. That'd be interesting.
Oh.
I love it. DJ Kamikaze.
DJ Kamikaze.
He's mad at me now for not rooting for him because I'm Canadian too.
I'm
Joe.
I
currently
have
holding
national
second
pride,
place.
but I also have a brain.
Joe loses his top spot. Let's have a little look at Bragstad versus Joe so we can see just how close these two were. I wonder if he took the same lines. It's likely they will have. Everyone's got that route sussed out.
Ooh.
Look at him off the start. That just shows how much better these guys are than me.
Just to get that start. I mean, how many attempts did you play of this track?
Probably 1,000.
1,000.
Oh. And they're
to
probably, what, 10 in?
Yes.
13
You're
in.
just smoking me already.
So in in a fraction of the attempts, they've managed to beat that time.
I should catch up. You'll see me catch up right here, I think.
Right there.
Definitely.
Oh, you know what it's going to be? It's
Oh,
going
it's
to be
going
that
to be on the
wall.
huge, massive dragon's back.
Boom, boom. And that's what I was wondering. That had to have been the difference.
But where does it catch me?
Probably the end.
I'd say right here, the way he's hitting those.
Gonna take a bit of a slowdown. Did you mess up, Joe?
I probably did on the salmon ladder, I like to call it.
Yeah.
No idea why I called
He's
that.
ripping through there. Yeah, I don't know why you
Glides
call it
over.
either. I don't understand that reference, but I'll take it.
Bonk.
Where does he Oh, there.
There.
I could have had it too if I would have.
His weight.
Wouldn't have
yeah.
misjudged that one. I mean, look how close we're going to be. Oh.
Is he
Across the
breaking
line.
in the wheelie across the line to bring the wheel back down, do you think?
I don't
That
know.
looks like he kind of did.
Look like it leaned forward a little.
There was dirt up for sure. And Joe
I'm
slips
bumped
again.
down again.
I have to say as well, with two 19-year-olds in there, I think Master has to be pressured to
No,
put his
DJauzzi has had a
superior-
birthday. Has had a birthday. There's only one teenager currently.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's 20.
The top two are a couple thousandths of a second apart.
That's
Is that right?
yes, you
Yeah.
are completely right.
3,000ths of a second apart.
Bragstad and Master52. Let's see what you've got.
I'm willing to say it's going to be very different this early on.
I think that's safe to say. I mean, how far in of the
Well,
time? are we?
Interesting what we got here. Different change of line there.
Completely.
Ooh.
Don't want to say anything.
Well, they don't know which line we're referencing right now, so I can't say it. I think there's more potential in the first one that we saw before looking at them side by side.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you guys. I'm
It
sure
does
that's
make
I want to
sense.
know how he's going to catch up being this terrible of a section.
It's got to be the end section.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I mean,
the
this
end.
is a horrible.
Is this something Master's very good at, the end section, when it comes to that?
I think right here. Look, boom.
Okay,
There,
he hits
does
that.
it.
That's gonna help
That's
him.
what you wanted.
And then
That dragon's back is so big I'm going to call that top one the dragon's head.
yeah, biggest one we've
Wow,
ever
that
had
just
in
looks
Mad
like
Skills
flat for
Motocross.
Master. That didn't even look like there was anything there.
Another one here.
And that's gonna be
Interesting.
real
So he
close.
doesn't even hit. Oh man, that's so close.
That's
Yeah.
very
Ooh,
close.
just across the line.
Lurches that bike forward too, but we've still got so much to come off of these times.
Yeah.
We're sitting at 47 minutes, only 13 minutes in.
13
And
minutes
they've
into our
already
grand
beat you,
finals.
Joe.
And Joe
Two
is-
have beat me.
That's true.
I'm hanging on.
could still
I'm
come
hanging
third
on
in
to
the
third.
world.
How much do I get for third? 2,000. I'll take it.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be quite fair enough with the 1,000 attempts you put
Oh,
up.
Look
that's
at that.
insane.
That was really
In
close.
the red is the leader right there.
Yes.
So obviously, for those of you who play along at home, just stop that frame right there. That goes to show you that the back side of the finish line must be where the time is counted. Because if you go back 2 frames, watch the front of the finish line. Purple's still ahead.
Wow,
So back of the line is what counts, and that's how much the difference is.
that's insane.
I've been playing the game for 3 years, and I always thought it was the beginning of the finish line, not the end.
There you go.
There you
Learn
go,
something new every
mate.
day. He's mad now. He's like, come
Yeah.
on, I was playing all my cards into the start of that line. I was shooting the
Today you
bike
learned.
forward too soon.
That was
Today
good.
you
That was
learned.
very good.
That's insane.
See if DJ can improve his time.
Yeah, let's jump in with DJ's perspective. Let's see what's going on.
There's the Bragstad line. Just wait. Give me a second.
That's usually disaster 52 line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
just wait. Just hold on.
I'd say everyone's got a bit of disaster in them so far, but that's to be expected.
Zoop. Don't think his,
Still good.
his fiance or his wife wants to hear about that.
Those whoops almost remind me of like Aaron Gwynn on a mountain bike. Just sucks them up the way you hit those little fast ones.
Do-do-do-do-da-da-da.
Bike just swallows the earth.
That's still looking like a tough line to start.
Going a little too far there.
Yeah. It's quite often we see people get hung up on that start. There you are. No,
You might get it.
just in.
Oh.
You said that multiple times at the same place. You should know by now, DJ.
What is that? It's called the track.
This
Just
is
a little
called
rumble strip.
Whoops.
Let you know you need to slow
I
down.
did it again.
Not in good times for real. We gotta get this.
That might. Whoa. He's got to get that front wheel up.
Whenever I watched it, like from this perspective, it makes the track look even harder. I think whatever's going on here.
Oh.
That would have been good. Why do you restart?
I think he was actually too low.
Yeah,
Looked a
he
bit
would've
low.
came
He'd
up
have
short.
nosed it, yeah.
Oh.
Backbreaker.
Slipped on a banana peel. Bike just disappeared out from under him.
There's a little style. Perfect.
That's the one.
Carry it. When in doubt, roll it out.
Only Austin.
I
There we go.
do really want to see a flip in the grand final winning replay.
That would be bad. That would be pretty badass.
That scrub was very impressive, but more than was required in that situation.
Has that got enough on it? No, clips it.
Wonder what we got from Braggs going on the other side. Wonder if he's getting more regularly forward. That's actually working, you know? If it could be consistent enough.
He's nailed this part. Like this, he's hitting every time. Just this part, he's got to perfect.
But I mean, he's got buckets of time to do it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So
still
this looks good. Nope.
just missed that last one.
There you go. No,
Missed the breaking point.
didn't drop quick enough.
We're all watching with like piqued curiosity rather
Honestly,
than
yeah, it's-
intensity.
yeah. I mean, this is when it's the grand finals when you realize just how much is on the line in the next, what is it now, 40 minutes? Are we past the 20-minute mark?
43.
43. Okay.
So 17 in. 16, 15 in, actually. If you want to get technical, Alex, as I know you like to do.
You know I do.
Very surprising. We're about over 15 minutes in, and they're not even above the 110s yet.
I'm still hanging out in the 110s. Let's not forget.
I think it's fairly clear where the line is, but like you said, Zach,
Just hitting it.
yeah, getting it. There's just enough in there to piss you off on the way to it. Where would you guys, I guess Ozzy, where would you rate this compared to the last track?
There's definitely a line in this one, so it's not as hard.
Okay.
You know it's there.
It's really, really difficult to hit.
And for Master and Braggs, who sat the last one out, is this harder than all the other ones?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that's about accurate for the grand final.
As it
then.
should be.
Yeah.
As it should. Purple perspective. You know, I still have no idea how Bragstad got his gaming nickname. It's such a mystery to me.
It's a tough one.
Really? Extra points for creativity, I think.
Ooh. Boom. Credit for control.
Yeah, that's good. This is the tricky part. Wow,
that's good.
That was perfect.
That was what you wanted,
That was
right?
perfect.
He's going to
Look
catch
at the
himself there.
difference.
Can he hit this though? Nope.
Oh.
Bosh.
I like how he stretched out as far as he could, too.
Yeah.
Like, please,
Just to get that front
please.
tire over.
We might
That was
finally
clean.
get above a 110 time.
Yeah. It's been,
And this is where I
it's all
think-
about that ending, though.
Well, I think that's where Braggs is kind of being a little bit smart about this. He knows, okay, we just saw a spot where he knows he can make time, so he went and proved that. Now he's just going to work on these little bits. He's seeing the mistakes he's making.
Oh,
So, yeah,
no.
okay, so we may not find another new time, but he's trying to work this out.
no, he's got it.
All right.
It's going to be a little
Yeah.
shaving.
I think
That's-
that might
that's in the
just be in the
109s, I think.
109s.
Every little helps.
Barely.
How
Four
important was it?
thousandths of a second.
109.996.
How important, Zach, especially in the last map where we saw how shoddy the runs were, and yet still they were super close. How important is it at this point for all these guys to just ride out when in doubt?
Yeah, it's pretty important. They got to figure out the good line to do, but once they do find out the good line, they just have to execute it, and then we'll see a really good fast time probably within 10 minutes, I would say.
But would you say within 10 minutes to go or 10 minutes from now?
10 minutes from now.
Okay. And would you be favoring restarts right now over finishing it just to get a feel for the track?
Yeah, I would probably favor finishing.
Yeah,
Just so
okay.
you can find out exactly which lines you have to perfect.
Right. And you can refine them throughout your runs.
That'll be good.
he's
He's going to
got
have good
this
speed
down.
now.
Bragstad already could be 2 runs back to
Can he
back.
do
where
this
does
though?
get
This
it.
is where he's had trouble.
Got it.
He's going to
He's
get it.
got it.
Doesn't take much, just a little kiss.
Oh, is that what you tell all the girls, Matt?
Yeah, just what's one kiss and they're hooked.
Still, he's got a lead.
Actually, usually they run.
That's got a lead on his previous time, and that was very recently. If he can get 2 back-to-back increases, that's going to be very impressive
I
from
mean,
the
if you can
Norwegian.
get up the salmon ladder clean, then he's got.
This is where, yeah.
Oh,
He's got it
just
made.
Oh, that's-
nosed it.
It's pretty good. Not too bad.
This is going to be a full 2 or 3 bike lengths, I think.
So as always, our early mastermind.
He's
I'll
gone.
probably be in
And
the
not the one with
definitely in the
Master himself.
108s, maybe the 107s.
Bragstad has managed to once again throw it
Wow.
down and
Oh,
shave
you
another
called it,
2.
Zach. So
Oh, but we have multiple leader change here. Multiple
Two.
leaderboard
Wow,
changes.
the
DJauzzi still
Tides are
with the
changing.
113 time.
I think to be fair, and to Ozzy, we've seen this time and time again, and usually when we call him out, there's when the time comes in. But he's
not
always
wrong.
slow to start. He's the kind of guy that favors the restart to perfect
Yeah.
the line rather than push the
And we
lines
tend
in.
to sit there in about 20-minute mark, and he goes,
Boom.
refresh.
Yeah. Because Master and Braggs both into the
Yeah,
107.
don't sleep on DJauzzi. That's happened this whole tournament, and now he finds himself in the top 3.
And we just went over that 20-minute mark on the way into this grand final.
20-minute
long
mark
day.
reached.
Master hasn't eaten anything.
Let's have a little look. I think he's had a sandwich now. That sandwich could give him the energy to get through this.
Twitch chat, give him energy.
Oh no, start some memes. You know, looking at the head-to-head though, red bike Master, purple bike Bragstad, and very different
Oh,
approach.
yeah, that's interesting.
I think the line that he did maybe faster.
From Master?
Yeah, if he can do it a little bit faster in the beginning.
I'm surprised that he's got the time he does with this section is garbage.
Garbage. Tell us how you really feel.
I'm just saying if he fixes that, he's got 4 or 5 seconds off his time.
Okay, so 4 or 5 seconds off his time, that would put him at 102.
Yeah, it's possible.
Do you think we could get sub 1 minute if they had time?
If they, I don't know. I mean, if they can just
physically, if everything was absolutely,
yeah, it's possible.
it's possible.
Yeah.
I think the fastest time before we end,
Yeah.
I think will be a 101.
101, close to the 60-second mark. Yeah.
Dalmatians.
Corella Neville was such.
Just
a
look,
knob.
he's
Oh, there it is.
he does
That's
hit
it.
this.
That's it.
He
Yeah,
does hit
that's
this.
where there's so much time to be made.
Wow.
But I
Yeah.
still think if he cleans up the middle section, at least 3 seconds
You're right.
off.
I think you're onto something there.
I'd say, yeah, because he also cased after the Dragon.
I love how if anyone's unaware of what you like, if only just tuned into the stream, he cased after the Dragon. Makes no sense.
Got in a fight with the Dragon and lost.
Yeah, he cased the Dragon. It's like that you just mispronounced chased.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, what is this? I mean, there's 10, 12, $12,500 at stake for the 3 players competing here
They've all got that part.
for 60 minutes of Mad Skills Motocross.
They've all got that part fairly figured out.
He can. This is fine.
not
Oh
anymore.
no.
Not anymore.
He can still improve on his time. It just won't be the best.
I think he's going to start riding some of these ones out. Little touch.
That
Ooh.
could be juicy.
Look at the difference. 20 meters on that one
30.
thing alone.
You could
And
be
that was clean through those whoops right there. See if we
Very
can
This
hit
might
these.
take Joe Mama's so fast out of the top 3.
Oh, for sure.
if he can convert this at the end.
Wow, great control.
Great control. We could be 100 meters behind it. Oh,
No, that's good.
That might work.
That's not bad.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Face full of dust.
Oh man, but he's got a good vibe for the ending, like the last.
This is exact, and he's saying he's got it. This is what I was kind of saying with DJ. He takes a little bit longer to get in times, but it's because he's slowly working out these small details at the
Bit
start.
of a perfectionist.
And he also seems like very much a rhythm rider. So once he does get the start going, he just cleans up the whole run. Like we said that.
Can
I think it
replicate
was one of the Coopers. I can't remember which.
I think B Cooper.
Yeah, it might have been Brett that said it, because the interesting thing is you think that because he puts so much time into the start, he's going to forget the back half of the track. But once he does hit it, he just nails the whole thing. So it's definitely a momentum thing.
Yeah, but that's not looking pretty. You really have got such a mixed bag of presence in that grand final. I mean,
I like the Santa
DJauzzi.
pun. I like the Santa pun.
You've got DJauzzi, who has kind of taken the community by storm in the jam sessions recently. You combine that with Bragstad, who has been playing the game for a great deal of time, but just in terms of age, I mean, he's got 6 years beneath Master, who has been around playing this game for about 7 years now.
Got to be honest, I think Austin's a little too restart happy sometimes.
You think that you can maybe ride out some of these
Yeah,
runs?
some of these I think would be fine if he kept going. Not in this situation.
just telling him what to do. I mean, we got 35 on the clock. We're getting closer into that halfway point. And yeah, definitely still a lot of restarts coming in for him. That one, no choice.
Yeah, no, that was justified.
He's the one in the top 3, not me, so he probably shouldn't listen to anything I say.
Yeah, well, we know what happens when they listen to what we say on the couch. Doesn't end well. As Brett learned. Skipping over those like they're nothing. Great line into that.
Yep.
Look at this. Just floating. Oh, he's going to case it.
It's going to cost him. Looking at Master, who will jump on to
Complete
get some of his on board soon.
locked concentration. And this is Master's perspective for his time currently.
And it is the fastest at the moment.
Holding the top spot. Getting to see the successful runs always interesting. It is that strategy. This is what ZSC was saying. You still think that could be very well be the faster route?
It could be.
Okay.
It's pretty close, but it could be.
I'll tell you, this isn't the fastest.
This is not by no means.
Well, oddly enough, he currently holds that position, which goes to show you there's going to be a big change up late when these guys
This is
start
what I mean.
getting
This
it
is why
down.
we're saying 5, 6 off it, right?
Yeah.
Someone's going to nail it before this time's up.
Oh, yeah. Riding that back tire into the... Ooh.
He's still catching that.
Wow. So that's 2 big mistakes. That's a mistake.
3. And still holding the top spot. It does just... It's
But
testament to just...
this end part he's got clean. But those other 3 mistakes could shave off 4 seconds easy.
Making it look easy here. That's the landing you want, right? That's the landing you want.
And that front tire is so crucial to slow yourself down.
Whoa. The ending is entrancing. I love that.
It's tough.
A lot more to tighten up, though.
Yes.
What do you think, Zach? Would you be at the front right now?
Not to give myself a whole bunch of confidence, but I think I would, because I practiced this a little bit before they got out, and I almost got into the 104 times.
Wow. Which is ahead of where we would be, but there we go. This is what we're
there
saying.
we go.
Wow.
Ozzy takes his time, figures out the track, and then lays it down and takes over the top spot. So Kid Canada into the lead. 3 of them together. Differences already. Master gets a little bit overshot on the top, has to break out early. Still big differences between them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Line similarities, but execution very different. That's
So-
much different.
He
Oh, yeah,
still
that is
can clean that
way-
up quite a
way
bit.
different.
Different, yet very close.
Still room for improvement, undoubtedly.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
this case is in
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, and he had to hit the brakes right there.
Just to bring the front tire down.
Rollers catches back up though, so obviously some big mistakes in there from Bragstad. Master's not even seen in all of this. Just goes to show you what his finish is worth.
Right. That's
Yeah.
actually, yeah. No red bike until that finish.
They're all getting it pretty close. That
That was
very
good.
nice.
That was very good.
He said wait, and he wasn't lying, as Santa does deliver.
Over a
Only the
second
good
faster
children.
right
yeah,
now.
we saw it, Austin. Calm down. You start to win the final. Leading's not good enough.
But just hearing that, I mean, that's just a quick reminder to Master and Bragstad that you cannot rest on your laurels. These good times will change very quickly.
Little case on the way through. That's going to be run over.
I mean, the amount of pressure resting on the shoulders of the 3 individuals at that desk is probably a lot greater than something they've experienced in the week-long jam sessions they're used to, all those cash games. This is a whole different kettle of fish.
And there's definitely a restart threshold. If it's in the first, 30 seconds of a minute run, maybe you can get away with doing it. If it's something that a mistake you made that you know is easily corrected or something you can reproduce, then restart it.
Had to sit down and think about his choices.
Timeout session. Looking better this time. Just that little touch on the way down.
just
Brake
thought-
timing on that scuff drop.
That looked good, though.
Scrub drop.
Real good.
Yeah.
To be 15 ahead of your ghost, though, that early is good.
This is going to be the last game of Mad Skills Motocross we get to experience here. And yet I still find myself baffled by just how quickly people adapt.
It's a scary time. Bragg seemingly unaffected by that song, perhaps even motivated.
Maybe motivated by that.
Ushered
evil
on
laugh.
by it. But that's halfway. That
That's
is
the
it.
halfway
Our grand final's half over, and we're still in a game of discovery at this point.
Going to be catching this, looks like a bit of a short line.
That was very well executed.
You like that one, ZSC?
Yeah, that was very well. He could definitely improve. He could probably get first if he doesn't make any big mistakes.
Oh, that's the mistake there.
Is he going to chase it? He could chase it.
Yeah, he could improve his own time. I don't know if it could get him first, though.
Yeah, and that does look like
That
he's
was
gonna-
cleaner than his ghost, I think, the whoops right there.
Well, they'll struggle, but yeah.
We did see him actually. Yeah, he got taken over in the head-to-head in this section actually.
Of the 3 as well.
Of the 3, yes.
And I think this is why he's going to ride this out. Of the 3, he's the one that's been struggling the most with this, the end. There you go. Look at his old ghost.
Wow, Z.
So he's still got to get that down, which is why it's important to ride those out, because he can still have a perfect run everywhere else, hit that, and not have been there, and
You're on still.
20 minutes, and all of a sudden he realizes, wait, I forgot what to do.
It's worth staying fresh on those as well. Still, just a one-lapper for these guys. None of the hell that Zach had to go through with that double lap, as did DJauzzi.
Any
Imagine
improvements
2
elsewhere?
laps of this. That's how you lose. That's how you lose
I
friends.
don't think so.
Don't think there's been any change. I haven't seen anyone move the phone or put their hands up in celebration.
Just trying to tighten that bad boy up. Bragstad, it's just a question of finding the optimal start, and that's exactly what he's got here.
He's been working hard to find this line.
He's still on it. That's where the problems are encountered, yeah.
It's so tough to judge your speed through those whoops and then to be able to drop down right into that really steep landing.
That's really the hardest part.
Staying smooth.
He's getting further and further with this lead each time.
Yeah, but getting it all pieced together, it's just
Yeah,
such
there
a
it is.
dangerous jigsaw. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a steep wall right in front of that, so you might as well get it right. No changes in the last 5. So we're getting lower and lower into the time zone. I think we're around 25 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I can't quite see it right now, but
Let's take 25.
26 minutes right now.
That
So
was very well. That was very good.
You happy with that, Zach?
Yeah, he did very, very well.
And that could be the start of something.
Did you finally get that?
Just a little short, but he
it'll
could
do.
definitely improve his time.
Bragstad needs to tighten it up, and again, problems
Still can be
encountered on those
improved.
big whoops. Whoops, he did it again.
still on it. Chase the ghost.
Chasing that ghost.
Final dragon's back.
Trying to catch Casper.
Gets one, but that's he can't get the roll in.
It could be, though. It's all about this last one. No, not interested.
We've not seen Braggs stand up when he's not winning often. But he's up now.
Yeah, he's off.
A
Taking
little
a quick
little
break.
rest for a minute. We've got an improvement at the front again. So the time's continuing to bleed away.
Oh, you're right. Big improvement.
Let's take a look at it. Oh, that is really quite snappy.
And he gets the tire on that. So he's flying.
Wow. In contrast to what we did just watch, that's got a huge amount of tightness to it.
Chin smacks the handlebars on that drop.
Oh, he's still doing that line, which is not faster
Yeah.
in my mind.
I think you're right. I can't imagine that it is.
Faster than the Master.
And that's one of those things where once these other guys iron out their lines,
It could make a break.
yeah, Austin's sticking to this. And it's fast for now, but it could catch him out in the end.
Oh, absolutely. There
There's
is.
still a lot of mistakes in here. It's still a lot of time to be improved.
I'm saying I think a 1 minute flat is doable.
Don't get hung
Maybe.
up on it. Don't listen to
Maybe
us.
not.
Oh man.
That was
That was hard.
Nice.
You know,
Sorry.
you can say what you want about the line. He makes up for it every time in this finish, doesn't he?
Yeah.
yes, he does.
I think are we gonna stop mentioning numbers early with the finals?
I think maybe we
I
might
think we
have
should.
to.
I think we
20-minute
should.
mark.
Yeah.
24 now.
Okay. Two 19, well, 20, 25 and 19. Canada, America, and Norway. I do love that we haven't just got 3 from the US there. It does just show the diverse pool of players that do compete in Mad Skills Motocross too. And after knowing where that ghost stands, it's interesting to see now where the improvements come from.
Oh, that's going to hurt. He'll be all right come morning, guys.
A little sore.
Well, yeah, some Tylenol, a nice hot bath with some Epsom salts. Maybe throw some bubbles in there just for good measure.
Yeah, bubbles help.
Mad Skills bubbles.
Mad Skills bubble. What would those bubbles look like?
What kind of game would that be?
Mad Skills bubbles.
You just pop bubbles?
Yeah, really, really mad.
I mean, they already have a game like that called like Fruit Ninja, and it's terrible. So you should leave that one alone. Don't explore that idea. That's Let's clean up the hill. 1, 2, kiss, throw.
Is that Master saying he can't beat his own time? That ghost is becoming the bane of Master's life, it seems.
Okay.
Well,
we
it
do
looks
have
like
an
we
improvement.
got
And
an
this-
improvement.
Yeah, this is what we were saying. He's been working on it for a while.
It's going to happen. We knew it was going to happen.
It was inevitable. So we
Jumping
got
in
knocked
there with the
lower
purple
again.
bike. Let's see how the Norski does perform. It is just going to be...
Scrub
Whoa.
City, bitch.
This run is pretty good so far.
This looks nice. Are we expecting Bragstad to fall into the same problems he
There's
hit at the
there's
end?
the change, by the way, what you referenced, Zach. The alternative.
This is the way to do it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think I agree.
Oh,
He hits it.
Oh,
He's
just made
been
it.
having problems with that all day.
Keep rolling it, keep rolling it.
that was good.
It's the best we've seen from him. Wolf by a long shot.
Little here and there mistakes could still be improved, but not too. Oh,
And he's still got that, yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a second right there.
A second and a half.
yeah. He could have gone possibly a 103 if he didn't mess up at the end.
Well, I'd say fastest, obviously so far fastest, but cleanest run in
Yeah.
the midsection we've seen.
Absolutely.
Wow.
102.
That
Who
just
just
We're
said
hearing
102?
a 102, but I'm not seeing a 102 on the list. Let's check that again.
Well,
Oh,
yikes.
there we go.
What?
I'm
I
gonna
thought,
guess.
I thought he was playing
Got
mind
a
games.
102
And
here.
he, and he did the typical phone down
Phone
instantly.
down,
Bragstad taking a breath, but I'm betting he cleans up the end.
Yeah, that's probably what got him his
I
time.
think that's where we got the extra
a lot
second or two.
better.
Take a look. I mean, the start was tight, and it continues to be so.
Even just climbs of that steepness are so hard to balance on.
Whenever you get a good
wheel
Bragstad run, it does just look like his bike's faster than anyone else's.
He's just so good at getting the wheel up on climbs.
I think his control is what his advantage. I mean, like right through this section, it's super hard to control your speed, and he just is hitting it all the time now.
Even a couple of bumps along the way.
Very nice.
Doing very, very, very well so far.
Just figured that out. Yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head, Joe. Is that when he figures it out, it's not often he messes it up after that.
Yeah.
Which is when you get these consistent results getting posted when it's all like it's solved. It's like you know the answer to the puzzle.
I think this is already faster. So yeah, maybe. Oh no, he did.
Oh,
He
there
did.
we
Yeah,
go.
that's huge. That's money. Oh,
That could have been. It could be
is that
quicker.
possible, Joe?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure you get.
I
a
think
second
it
one.
is.
Yeah, I think
We'll get
if
both?
you hit it just perfect, I think you could get both.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's going to be hard, but I think it is possible.
How much do you want to bet right now that that's going to be something that like changes it? Someone's going to have a mediocre run, nail something like that, and just be like, world champion. That's it. Thank you very much.
Possible.
I'm not going to bet on that.
No.
I'm not going to bet on that.
All right. Well, the
Yeah, don't go betting your prize winnings.
times have come down considerably.
We knew they would. I mean, this is the grand final. The three world's best players in Mad Skills Motocross are at that very table, and one of them is about to be crowned champion. In how long, Matt?
We've got 19
In
minutes, so we're going to
19
go
minutes.
hush on the times.
Yep.
And they're on their own. They're up to it. 3 best in the world. Yes, we could say we've had 12 exceptional players here.
And the next 19 minutes determining their fate.
Yep. And that crazy prize.
We
pool
haven't
as
had a
well.
head-to-head yet. We haven't seen all three side by side. It'd be interesting to know.
The problem seemed to start early. Very different line off the start.
It seems like this is a new time, but it doesn't show up
No,
as a new time.
this is the same one he laid down a while back.
Very, very, very different line.
It does look. It looks like the right line.
The beginning he had was
Yeah.
different. James just put his phone down. I don't know what that means.
Ah.
They're still sharing information, but we're going to keep it quiet. We'll see it
Oh,
on the
there-
screen, but there has been an improvement. Changing the order ever so slightly.
Still very close.
Man, oh man. So we're still, I think this is still the old replay.
Yep.
No, this is actually his new one.
Is it?
Yeah, I can tell from little differences.
No,
it is
'cause
not
he,
the same.
he put his phone down and got the new one as we were watching this. That's old.
We'll have to take a peek.
We can bring it up for everyone at home. Since we're not going to be reiterating times, if we can bring up the scoreboard for the for our viewers, it will help just demonstrate where we're at right now. There it is. That's the standings as we speak. And we get to see them all side by side right here, live from Stockholm.
Inches.
Such a different style. See, for me, it helps to see it side by side.
That line is actually faster if you could execute it like he did. That's very interesting. I did not think that line would be fast.
Yeah.
And then it all comes back
And
to
it syncs up.
similarities, slight difference. That's the one we were saying. Surprised he was still stuck onto that.
Bonk, bonk. Does it really become a one-horse race at this point?
So truthfully, if you go front to back on the entire track, there is 3 different lines being used right now.
Yeah.
I love hearing them chatter. It's great. Even in a grand final.
His finish is still phenomenal. I thought he was going to make it. It looked like he had the right run into that one. I thought that might have been it. That would have been stoked for that. There's the lead line. It's getting ever so
Within their
closer.
grasp.
16 minutes left. After 12 tracks, 2 days, 16 minutes dividing these 3 from World Championship status.
And something that's really cool that we have yet to talk about is what else is on the line. We talk about pride, we talk about the amount of effort that's gone in the 2 days here in Stockholm, but also that first place finish will have an item that no one else in the game will have. 30 million downloads. The winner of this takes a gold helmet.
Ooh.
A gold helmet for first, silver for second, and a bronze for that third place finish. All definitely worth playing for, but there's no doubt that having that gold helmet would draw some attention in those weekly jams.
I'm gonna steal your phone.
If anything, it'll make you just quit. Once you see you're paired up with a guy with a gold helmet,
I
you're like,
think I
nah,
would,
I'm out. I'm
I'm
out.
done.
Yeah, okay, gold helmet, no thank you.
Coming out large. He's going to ride this. And I don't blame him. He's got a lot of momentum right now.
Had it, past tense, it's gone. Still chasing though.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
getting to
see,
that.
do you ever just get into this kind of horrible habit of just sitting there getting frustrated at your own ghost? Like you can't catch your own ghost, and some periods you're just sitting there just shaking your fist at yourself?
Oh, almost all the time.
All the time. You're like, because it's literally, it's rubbing it in your face that you've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's reminding you, like, you've hit this line. Come on, Zach, you hit this line.
Yeah, that's how exactly I felt with the last track I was in.
Oh, yeah?
I felt that exact same that way. I was very mad at myself that I couldn't get what my ghost had gotten.
Right, exactly. It's a quick reminder.
So, getting into that point now where they're going to have to make the decisions on restarts or commitment.
Right, so what's the time at? And
We're at 14 minutes.
Okay, I
We're
like
a
doing
minute, a lap, or a run, a pass through.
So, I mean,
And
at very
it's decision time on whether you stick these out or not. You got to make it pretty early. We talked about that reset threshold. If you're going to reset in the first 30 seconds, you can justify it. If you're getting late into it,
every reset is a big choice at this point.
yeah, I mean, the other thing is they're going to know where they are in comparison to their ghosts in relative comparisons. So if they're way behind at the end and they know the end was really good on the ghost, then you're going to restart anyway. But it's definitely crunch time. It's sweaty fingers time over there.
It's time for a grand finalist to be crowned.
Any of you guys have a screen protector on your phones? Just curious. Everyone home with a screen protector, take it off. It's slowing you down.
Screen protector companies worldwide are furious.
They hate me. This one this one trick. Find out why.
So interesting to see experimentation this late on.
Yeah.
Ooh, style points for sure.
I swear that Santa hat just goes through the roof, the floor, whatever it is.
The hitbox. The bobble isn't part of the hitbox, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm expecting. See, it's tantalizing because look how
It
far.
is.
If you know what, I'm not sure which is faster.
I don't know either.
Yep.
We're not talking about anything.
Maybe, maybe not. You'll have to find that out yourself.
We're talking about Bike 7
Yeah.
on
little
this
do you know
weekly
it.
jam.
Yeah, this track was designed to be faster on bike 4. You guys should switch to that bike.
Bike 4 wouldn't even make it up the
trolling
hill.
10 minutes into the
hills.
grand final.
Bike 4, they're at like the bottom of the salmon stairs, and it's like I can't get up.
This is going to be so interesting, just to see how this plays out when it comes to that momentum here. Oh, he's having none of it.
So he's gone back to the former. Try and change it to try and find better run. Bragstad puts his hands down. I think frustration this time. Hands go into head. I'm guessing, Brags, you had a good run.
Yeah, I did really good.
And then it was going at the end. Right at the end.
It loses a good run.
Right at the end. That final staircase is ruthless because that's the thing. The whole track's hard. You get to the end. Guess what? You still have to finish this.
Yeah.
So times haven't shuffled much in a while.
I mean, this is just that horrible, tantalizing feeling knowing that every run has to be a good one. The margin for error has just been sliced in half and then again.
That was nice going up those.
Chasing that ghost, chasing that dream of a golden helmet and 7,000 in your back pocket.
Yeah, I want that golden helmet.
I almost want it more than the 7Gs.
I'm not even worth it, but I want it.
There you go.
Chase that ghost. He's got that down to a perfection, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's doing that really, really well.
And an improvement. That's going to be big.
Pretty big, yeah.
That's not that big. Only like 1.5.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, you're a loser.
You're going to find out what you're doing wrong once you see the replay.
Yeah, I think he'll kick himself when he sees the replay.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it, catch it, throw it, roll it, jump it.
Technologic. So
Ooh,
when
that
you look at that,
catches himself up.
when you look at the time, you start realizing how little time these guys are going to have left now to tidy up their runs. All of these have been spectacular at various intervals. I mean, we had Zach on the couch. Zach, of course, so present in the top threes of both day 1 and day 2. Bragstad, you talk about him, you just realize just how consistent the Norwegian has been in both day 1 and 2. And then you talk about Master and his slow increase, his slow kind of rise to power. He said if you're going to peak, you peak now, right, for Master, and we'll see if he can put it together for the final.
Just
And then riding on your screens currently is Austin, DJauzzi, or Jacuzzi. That's what he's been dubbed.
That's
It's a lion.
pretty quick. But he wrecks it.
Not wrecked, just
I'd say ride
screwed.
this out.
I was gonna,
Yes.
I think that does answer one of the questions.
Maybe. Yeah.
So this is turning out to be quite interesting in terms of line selection. Like you said, Joe, you thought there was only one. They're already finding 3 different ones. With 3 different players.
Yeah, I
Should've
can't wait to.
restarted that
Not, I
one.
mean, we're not talking times here, so I can't wait for just to have all 3 of them watching this replay together, side by side. It's going to be awesome.
And it's 8 minutes and 49 seconds until we have a champion. No change thus far on the leaderboard. We still think that 101s, at the very least, are probable. But
I mean, there are only 2 players at that desk that have never seen the lower bracket.
that's a good point.
And have never been on the sofa before.
That's also a good point. We didn't invite them. We didn't want them here.
Unfortunately, we're going to have them all here.
Ooh.
Sometimes things do look just so close. Trying to tighten those screws. Every single one of them would refuse to put that phone down. That's not going to leave the grip until the sound.
They're starting to talk out those times amongst themselves. Austin throwing it down, but unfortunately it throws down the run altogether. Hasn't been a change in the last, what, 15 minutes?
It's been a while. What's our time at?
7:31.
7 minutes. That's like what, five real runs with a couple of restarts?
Yep. We're definitely in crunch time now. And I'm not convinced that the rider on screen is going to get much out of this.
I mean, maybe we'll take a look at a different rider. Maybe jump into the middle of the pack.
Check out Bragstad.
Yeah, let's check out the... I don't want to say anything. This is frustrating. I'd like to change perspective there.
You can check out any of the replays, really.
I mean, we're going to see this in 5 minutes. What's the point of watching it now?
Well, we've got all 3. I think it's interesting just to watch the line changes. So there's A versus B, which we know if that gets tidied up, there's so much room for improvement. This is another one, Joe. I think you're gonna need to throw it into like a private jam session for all these guys.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they could do in a week's time.
Right. I mean, I would love to see a jam session of the death match. Sudden death, rather. Still wobbly. Suspension from a different dimension.
Yeah, a virtual one. 2 players taking that alternate approach, shall we say, into this. And he's just hucking it up there. Definitely some selections in this that I didn't.
Me too. Definitely some surprises here.
Yeah.
As always, the level designer surprised.
Yep.
It's my favorite when that happens.
I think he's indecisive in between the 2 of them.
Indecision is the mother of all. Well, how does it go?
Something like that.
It's tough too when you try to switch back and forth like that because you finally get the hang of one and then you switch to the other and then you might lose your momentum
That's
and
a
rhythm.
5-minute mark.
5
you got
minutes.
5 across the line tops. That's kind of nifty.
5 minutes to try and lift that trophy. And it comes down to the next 5 minutes. 1 man to defend his title, 2 to chase it.
Dragon's back. Misses the head, though. I don't think we give much away in mentioning that because all 3 of them have figured that line out. So pretty obvious at this point. You got to kiss that top roller on the Dragon.
Just kiss the tip.
Just the tip. Thank you for that, Alex. That's clean.
Oh, that was so fast.
Getting low in time. 4 minutes.
You know what's weird is that my palms are getting sweaty. I'm not even playing.
Thank God you aren't playing because it wouldn't be as entertaining.
It would not.
My knees do feel a little weak, but
Yeah. My arms are quite light right now. That's not bad at all.
Is anyone going to get another time in before the buzzer?
That's the big question.
Little Case gives it up. 3 minutes 35. It's getting low.
3 full runs left.
He's got speed on his Ghost here. Gets the back tire down faster. Hits it over. And he's changed it up again. He's definitely still throwing it back and forth between the two of them.
It's a question of just finding the answer and finding it fast.
I think it's a matter of just doing one or the other. Get it done and see what else you can find later in the lap.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. It's that one run, that dream run to go clutch.
Sends it this time. Over rather than through. And it's getting 2 minutes now. 2 minutes and 56 seconds, so 3 minutes now. Getting extremely close. No times have changed now for almost 20 to 25 minutes.
No doubt mouths are dry.
It's perfectionism hitting in now, I think, for all these guys.
I mean, if you can shave off half a second somewhere, you could very well be picking yourself up a title or not. I mean, that's it. You know, you approach one with a little bit of a better line, you're back in business.
Oh, what a bummer. Holy cow.
Master sounds disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Will continue to be fast as well. Chasing through. Holding that back tire. Hasn't really touched the ground until those. Wow. That's not what the
That's the
doctor ordered.
problem, though. He overshoots.
It's almost like the speed reserve was like
Minute and
counterintuitive.
52. Chance for more runs.
Minute and
And
52.
You could get 2 more decent runs in.
Yep, 2 more
Not,
decent runs.
not 2 more full, but 2 more decent ones.
Okay.
And there's, obviously with 3 left, it sounds like a John Maddenism, but there's 2 people that desperately need those runs.
Yes, it does sound like a John Maddenism. I like that.
Tense times. Everyone was talking about their time, talking about their line, asking
It's-
questions. It's gone dead silent since
As
the
it
5-minute
should.
mark over there.
We're talking about thousands on the line of the next, 2 minutes of play. That one run.
Minute and 9. You got time for about 1 run left.
A game these guys have played for some of them years, and it's going to come down to 60 seconds of play to try and get
Jump
that
in,
one
59.
extra.
Resets are pretty much gone at this point. In fact, they will be 55, 54. You might get one more in. Austin's going to give up on
Phone
that.
down from Austin
It's
first.
down to just Bragstad and Master to improve their times. There he is, sat on the start line, not
Phone
doing anything.
down.
Bragg just crashes out. That's it. Both eyes peer toward the middle for Master. Looking to improve it. That's going to be it. 36 seconds. We'll count it down. It doesn't matter. Times are locked. How do we think that went down? I say they all found an alternate to the solution that we thought we had.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I don't want them exchanging too many words. I want to get that straight over to the sofa, I believe. I mean, are we going to them, Sado?
I don't know what we're doing, Alex. You're the host. But this is impressive.
I assume they're coming over here. That's my assumption, so let's get them over here.
Well, they'll come over and join us. But first and foremost, while they do that, we got to talk about the fact that that was
Yeah, we'll get them on the sofa for
extremely close through the start section.
this one. Yeah. Guys, get your booties over here. It's time to go ahead and watch that grand final.
I'll slide down. I'm going to come down over by you, Joe. We're
Yeah,
friends.
shuffle up.
We're all friends here. I'm bringing my ball with me.
Take your crystal
I'm bringing my
ball. See if
Lance
your crystal
Armstrong
ball
ball with
helps
me.
as well. I'll clear the
Oh, look,
desk
I got
for the
ball
party.
and a cylindrical object.
Make yourselves
cell phone.
comfortable. You gonna be able to
Grand
get it all-
finals?
Can we get all of us on the couch?
We
I
can
believe we can.
squeeze.
It's a tight squeeze. Everyone's in. Gentlemen, I mean, Master, how was it? You said from the track preview you already had a couple of lines in mind. Did you manage to put them into practice?
Yeah, I mean, it was a frustrating round for me. I mean, I love the track,
Right.
and I like the technical aspect of it. Just the whole time I couldn't put a really smooth run together, so kind of frustrating, but I think it was all right.
I'll just quickly then to DJauzzi. We'll go back this way. We'll finish with the Norwegian. DJauzzi, man, I mean, you felt like you were going to take your time. We were saying that you're a bit of a late starter. You'll give it like 20, 30 minutes before you put in a good time.
Yeah.
Was that the same thing for you here? Just took a long time to refine?
Yeah, well, I took so much time at the beginning. I think that's what hurt because I
Okay.
restarted so many times and just tried to perfect that beginning. but I think I should have rode it out a couple times more.
After picking up such a grueling victory in that lower bracket decider, you know, did you feel like you were any more exhausted coming into this one? What are you saying?
I don't know, not really. I could play that game for hours.
You could play that game for hours. That's a nice way to end it. And finally, then we'll go to the Norwegian. My man, Mr. 19, how is it going for you? You feel like that was the best performance you could have put up?
I was close to beating it a couple of times.
You were?
Yeah, but it was good.
It was good. I mean, Matt, it was good.
He sounds confident.
It does sound confident.
I don't think there was much confidence between the three of them, to be honest. So it seems like everyone's super tense. Grand finals, 2 days of play, and it comes to that.
It comes down to this.
Mr. Perfect and Technical saying he's not happy with it. Austin saying he couldn't quite find it. He was restarting too much.
I can't
And
wait to
Braggs,
see.
who's super good at finding it early, saying it could have been better.
It could have been better.
Not exactly what I expected coming to the final sketch. I thought someone would be here saying, like, yeah, I nailed it, got this, world champion.
The track is so hard.
What I think was interesting is we gave you guys a look at what we thought was the best line, and still some of you forgot and weren't doing it.
That or switched up.
Wait, we didn't get the mic on that. I need to hear this one. What for the stream?
I forgot at the
You
beginning,
forgot
like what
the
the line
line?
was, so I just went through it and just tried
Amazing.
what the fastest
Do we
was.
have do we have it ready? Yes, we do. All right, let's get into it. This
Here
is
it is.
your grand final of Mad Skills Motocross World Championship, and it starts with 3 bikes. Purple for Bragstad, red.
And here we
For
go.
Master
This is where we're
52.
going to see the change up immediately. Austin flirted with that line so much. And you know what? I got to say, when Austin nailed it, it was faster. But Master catches himself on those rollers on the way up the hill, and it comes out dead even.
Okay.
But
That one was tough to hit right
I
there.
think Austin's about to hit himself because that's the line he never found.
What?
No.
Straight up over the wall. And had he hit that, I think everywhere else on the track he was cleanest.
I think you're right. Austin, just get that mic on him because, I mean, how did you not consider it?
No way.
No way?
We showed it to you, Austin. I did it in my run.
I could have won, I think.
Master saying he blew
If
it.
I knew that.
It's about this
But
finish
hang
though,
on,
Master.
because this picture shows purple, but look who's sneaking in with that red tire.
Look at this.
And he does the flip, which we know is faster up the hill.
It's close right
Austin
to
did
the
it,
end.
and he gets stuck up to the line,
Right,
just
Master.
barely gets the tire down.
Nice job.
Amazing
and your
run.
victor.
Bragstad coming out, favorite throughout. I gotta move. There's no room for me on this couch
Round of
anymore.
applause.
Yeah.
Bragstad
Oh,
comes
shit.
in consistent throughout the tournament, and he is going to go ahead and take it. The World Championship of Mad Skills Motocross 2. Your champion
I think
is
you need more stuff in
Bragstad.
there. Let's just put more. There you go. Let's load them up.
Do you
Get
want
that
some
helmet
licorice
on him.
candy?
Give it to him all. A hard-earned victory as well. I mean, it's not like it was a surprise. We saw some wild cards in the grand final, but throughout the tournament, Bragstad, you have been there. It must be. You feeling got a big smile on your face? Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
I'm sure there's going to be one to celebrate. 7,000 in the back pocket. You got anything you're going to be spending that on? You're going to be wise and put in the savings account. The
I
boring
haven't
answer.
thought about it.
You haven't thought about
You haven't
it?
thought about it. You've been destroying all
Give it to
these
me.
last
Yeah,
days.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Didn't think about money.
Yeah, maybe didn't think about the money.
No.
Just thinking about the game.
Yeah.
That's it, the pride. I mean, we can go to you for just for a second, Master. That second place finish. I mean, just to see new faces. I say new faces. You've been playing for years, but to see new faces taking it versus the old guard.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad to make it this far. Just a few weeks ago on Facebook, someone, called me out and said I'm not as fast as I used to be.
Oof.
So I'm hoping I just tried to prove that I still have some speed left. So we'll see what happens next year.
We'll see what happens next year. I mean, we will. I mean, Joe, when you say will this happen next year? I mean, you guys have already.
I mean, I can't say for sure, but I feel like this was pretty awesome. I think all the players loved it. I loved it. I think you guys had a good time.
Absolutely.
Wicked seeing how crazy good these guys are compared to like us normal folk.
Oh yeah, we're normies. We're peasants at this video game. It's been great. It really has.
We'll do this again.
It will. Oh, it's going to happen again. Hearing it from Joe
That's a
Mama
quote.
so fast.
That's a quote.
Yeah,
Write it down.
we'll see that on the forums for sure.
Yeah.
We'll just get closing thoughts from DJauzzi as it's goodbye time from all of us. So we'll just see. I mean, you had a blast here in Stockholm, dude, picking up that bronze helmet.
Yeah, that was sweet. I had a great time. The first time I've ever been to Europe. It was sweet. I'm glad to get third. at least top 3.
Third, you said you wanted to, or you said you wanted top 8, and you find
Yeah.
yourself taking a bronze helmet and a
Yeah.
bit of cash in the back pocket as well.
So sweet. I'm pumped. I hope, this happens next year.
Get to meet up with
Should
your
be
buddies
fun.
again and show them what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I mean, I guess we'll get closing thoughts from you, Matt, before we say our
Yeah,
goodbyes.
I mean, I just echo what Joe already said. I mean, this was super impressive to see the level of skill. You know, we kind of touched on it before the segment went live for the final. It seems like a very simple game, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's so simple that when you guys find those little mechanical skills, scrubbing, you know, being able to ride those wheelies, it changes everything. And then you just add the brake element in, which I'm useless with. There's quite a bit of depth to it, and then the track building, everything on top of it, you guys put into the effort. It's pretty cool to watch, and I think we've got a rightful winner. I think Bragstad consistency throughout 2 days, that's undisputed. There's no question. Never even came close to being in the lower bracket. Maybe first there was a shadow of a doubt in that when there was just 3 of them left on the table, that last chance to get into the final. But overall,
yeah,
he
the
deserves
first
it.
time we get you on the couch and it's with the winning wreath around your neck. Bragstad is our champion. One final round of applause, I believe, for Bragstad as we say our goodbyes. This has been Mad Skills Motocross World Championship. Your final is Bragstad. A big thank you to people that made this happen. Turborilla. We, of course, thank Gumbler as well. And I've been your host, Alex Machine Richardson, Sadokist, Joe, Bragstad, from DJauzzi, and, of course, from Master52. We've had a blast, and we hope to see you next time. This has been the World Championships. Good night.